Like you say, it's not for you to flex on me. Like, I got a bigger and better table. You defeating the purpose of you being what you say you are. You defeating the purpose by trying to stunt on a nigga that like you. What's the purpose? Now you bossed up cat lady.
Recently, man, we didn't watch a couple. I know I did. I watched a couple of videos where women were asked. I don't know what podcast this was. I don't remember what it was. But they were asked, what's wrong with asking them? You know, they were asked what they bring to the table, and then the first thing that came out their mouths was, first off, that's a disrespectful question. And bro, I was stumped because I was sitting there listening to it the entire. I listened to it for the duration. I listened to it for a little while, and nobody can come up with a viable answer for why it was disrespectful. Everybody just was like saying some old bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, do y'all even understand? Like, first off, let me ask you guys this: Have you guys ever asked a woman what she brings to the table?
I haven't.
No, not in that question form. Like, so, you know, what do you bring to the table? There's always, I mean, that's just a part of getting to know somebody. There's always qualifying questions.
What do
you know
do?
What I'm saying? Part of your,
yeah. You know what you do. You know how to. You know, asking. You know, situational questions. I mean, it all comes out in conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if somebody, and maybe this is why women feel that way, because this is how I feel. If somebody has to sit here and ask me that question verbatim, then
something wrong with you, fam.
Two things. My nigga, she don't already value what she see in me, or my light ain't shining enough, fam. That's the only two ways that somebody would ever put that question to you like that. Because think about it. If we're having a conversation and I'm interested in you, I don't have to ask that question because it's gonna come out in conversation. It's gonna come out, oh, I did X, Y, Z. I did this, and this. You'll figure out what a person is really about and what they can bring to the table. Now, the specific details of what they bring to the table, you ain't going to figure that out until you start having conversations about relationships.
Man, fuck that. You can ask that question. Like, if somebody asks me that question, I don't give a shit about how bright my star shines and all the rest. All right, I'll answer the question how I think.
I know, I will too.
That's what I am. But I wouldn't be offended by the question. And I would not think that my star isn't bright.
The vast majority, fam. Excuse me for speaking parenthetically, but the vast majority of people, that's probably what they're going. Me myself, I'm going to answer the question too, my nigga. I know I'm legit. So I know I can pull out my resume and say, well, I do this, and this is how I react to certain situations. I can give you all of that. But for the vast majority of the people, maybe she ain't seeing that, or maybe he ain't seeing that, or maybe my nigga just direct and want to know the answers to the question.
The thing I don't get though is that people, like, women can ask a nigga, do you have a job? Mm-hmm. Do you have a car? Do you have a house? And then get offended if we ask, what do you bring to the table? Them three questions is basically asking, what do you bring to it's just wrapped up in a different packaging. Like, y'all, it seems like people don't like the packaging that question comes with, but it's essentially the same thing as any other questions that you ask somebody throughout the course of talking to them. It's just a matter of you getting to the point quick. Hey, what do you feel? And I think that's a really good question. What do you feel you bring to the table? What do you feel you bring to the table? What do you think is admirable qualities that can make a relationship fruitful and make it grow? What do you think you can add to a relationship? Like, I think that's a really legitimate question. And a lot of people, the thing about it is, I don't think a lot of bitches, excuse my language, I don't think a lot of women know I don't think a lot of women know what they can add to a relationship like that.
Well, I do believe maybe that is the truth, but a lot of times, Pops always said, it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we wait to ask these kind of questions. You know what I'm saying? We wait until, and it's all about the context of how you ask it. And that's why Tony was saying, like, it's not the question that people are necessarily offended by. It's just when you come out and flat out say, what do you bring to the table? You shouldn't be hit by it, or it shouldn't fuck with you. You just like, oh, well, these are my credentials. This is how I feel like I'm a good man in a relationship, or I'm a good woman in a relationship, blah, 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 blah. But for women, naturally, they just automatically, their head goes to, what do you bring to the table? Well, we're men, we're physical. When we ask, what do you bring to the table? Their head just naturally goes to, well, I know you ain't asking me to suck your dick. You better ask your mama to suck your dick. It's always something sexual for them. And
I don't even think it's sexual. I just think they really don't know.
No. I think that they know. I think that they insecure. If you have a problem with answering what your best qualities about yourself.
But that's not the question. That's not the question, though.
But that is the question. What do you bring to the table? I'm going to give you the best qualities of myself. If I can't do that, I'm insecure.
100%.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you get offended and you can't answer the question, I think that you're insecure about what you can do. And that's male or female, fam. Like, my nigga, I'm secure as hell. Am I the richest nigga walking? No. Am I tall, dark, and handsome? Hell no. Y'all looking at me. I'm short, light skinned with big lips and barely can see. My nigga, I know what I am and what I can do.
That's struggling ass laugh.
But at the end of the day, I'm secure. I'm secure with myself, so I can name off all of those things that I do well. Mm-hmm. If you're not secure, you're not gonna be. You're gonna feel like, oh, wait a minute. I know you just didn't. Yeah, you're gonna feel like that, fam.
Yeah, because you're stuck. Because that question low key puts you on the spot.
Yeah, it does.
It puts you on the spot now, and there's a reason. There's a reason why employers ask those particular questions. They want to put you on the spot and see how you're going to respond in that particular situation. And that can make or break on the hire.
Yeah, it can.
I mean, because like we said before, man, I've said it before, like that's a relationship interview. But when you ask all these questions, get to know people, it's a relationship interview. You're trying to figure out, what type of person this is, you know what I'm saying? Y'all vibing, blah, blah, blah. And if you get stumped by that, that's a note. I'm noting that. Like, you get stumped on this question, that means you don't know what you're good at. You don't know what you can provide. And if you start naming stupid shit like I cook and clean and shit, nigga, you an adult.
Yeah.
You're supposed to cook and clean, bro. You can't live life without cooking and cleaning unless you're going out every day, and that means that you're not really good or savvy with money, or you just make a substantial amount to where you don't have to do that. But those type of things are things that niggas don't want to hear. That's why if they ask you that shit, they looking for a certain type of answer. So you better learn how to finesse that question, because that question gonna be coming up a lot more now, because I mean it's a topic of discussion. Everybody's been talking about it over there. So.
Well, it's 2021, so I do want to know if you can cook. I'm sorry, it ain't like it was where we just can make that assumption that everybody can cook,
or everyone. We're men that every woman can cook.
Right. Because I don't even know if that's necessarily, true anymore. But I feel you. It should just be like a basic adult function, because you can't. Without it, you can't live, whether you're a man or a woman.
Right.
But I don't think that on the basis of it for us as men is really, when we ask those kind of questions, a lot of times for us, I don't know any man who engages in mature dating a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's mature dating, and I think women a lot more times than we do mature date. Like, they go on dates to probe guys. We just kind of go on dates to go on dates, really. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we're going on dates to try to get some ass. I mean, keep it stacked. Keep it real. Yeah. That's what we going.
So when we ask those kind of questions, man, most of the time for us, it's just conversation fillers, especially at the beginning. It's like, okay, I know that this is how I'm supposed to date you, so let me go ahead and ask you these questions. We not.
But the thing about it with that is, everybody wants somebody to date with intention. And then when you want somebody to date with intention, that's a question that's like that.
Oh boy, that's intentional.
Right. Yeah. I want to know, because I might see something, going a little bit further, and I'm dating to get to that point. So fuck all the fluff shit. Just give me the real up front, bro. We can maneuver and move how, from there. Like, as we gotten older, bro, man, listen, as I've gotten older, man, like, it's just, I'm more getting. We talked about this in the group chat earlier today. It's you use more logic. you know what I'm saying, when it comes to assessing a potential mate. You gotta it's less feelings and more logic. Does it make sense? Does this make sense? Because the feelings can manifest. You know what I'm saying? But does this match make sense? Yep. And when you've been around the block so many times, you know what I'm saying, you start using your brain a little bit more when it comes to assessing situations and things like that. So that question right there can help you further along that assessment or come to the conclusion of the assessment a lot faster once you hear that. Now, once I hear it, now I'm like, okay, that sounds good. Now let's see it applied. Because even like with a job, all right, we heard it. That sounds good in the interview. You're hired. Now, let's see if you can apply all this shit that you was talking about in the interview. You know what I'm saying? Now, once you, like, if you don't apply it, now I figure out you lying, then you out of there. You feel me? Like,
you told me you knew Excel.
Yeah. You ain't know no damn Excel. You
don't know how to do a pivot table?
Yeah, you talking about you knew VBA. You ain't know no damn man, write me an equation right now. Make sure this button. I want to press this one button right here, and it does all these formulas all at one time. Man, get out of here.
Guess what? Now your ass is fired.
Yeah, you finished.
But one thing that I have noticed is that people take offense to the question by, what you can provide monetarily is, what you bring to the table. Mm-hmm. They always thinking about, monetarily. But the older I've gotten, and I'm married now, but still, I hear people saying, oh, well, I bring XYZ to the table. And I'm like, man, if you only knew, that's like half the battle. Because what if your spouse can't handle you growing in your career?
Yeah.
Or are you okay with that? Are you okay with somebody growing in their career? Like, there's so many other things to think about as far as, what you bring to the table. Well, I bring some understanding. You know what I'm saying? that shit is important. I mean, you laughing, but that shit is important, bro. Like, the older we get, the more I realize that, like, damn, will that person truly be okay with somebody growing in their growing in their career? Would they truly be okay with knowing how to handle somebody that's being stressed out? Like, that shit matters.
Well, we talked about that like a couple of episodes ago. We talked about people being malleable, people that can reconstruct. They can take something on and then make adjustments. Like, having the ability to be malleable is an ability that a lot of folks don't have, and me in particular, because I know it's hard for me to change on certain things. I adjust certain ways, but to be able to like go with the flow or go with the flow here or stand your ground here, knowing assessing the situation and be able to do all that, that's an admirable quality that a lot of that shit that if a nigga said that in an interview. Yeah. Okay.
I'm with it.
Okay.
Because, man, situations change and people change. Fam. Like that's one thing, and we all in mid-30s, now, fam, and we know that just from living life. Things change, people change, fam.
Yeah.
Or can you love that person through the change?
Yep, through the change, bro. Yeah.
That's something when you ain't got person, but that's something. What I'm saying is that's something. If somebody asks you what you bring to the table, like that's dope. If you can think about that and say it.
So I'll ask you guys this, bro. Like, so what are y'all? I mean, well, Tony, you're married now, but and damn, I can't really ask you that neither because you met her way back in school. So but I can ask you when you like, because you 30. I mean, you pat.
Nigga, I'm 35.
That nigga past 30. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you talking to people, what kind of probing questions are you asking?
I'm not really talking to people like that and asking those types of questions. That's intentional dating, and I'm not.
You're not there.
I'm not ready to intentional date. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't. It's the furthest thing from my mind. But you know what I'm saying? I think it's weird that people think that this question is weird because it's a natural progression of conversation, man. Like I'm not ready to intentional date, but I do have intentional conversations. I'm 35. I'm not out here just talking about you sending me nudes or I'm not. Those aren't the conversations that are attracting me at the point that I am in my life. Mm-hmm. The types of conversations that attracting me are what do you do? What are your plans? What are your goals? Can you cook? You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Like that other stuff don't really, like you said, as you get older, you stop thinking about those feelings, and all that other stuff is like in the feelings realm. Mm-hmm. In the logics realm is all of the stuff that we forget about in the 20s. So mm-hmm. I think I'm in the logical realm of life where I just naturally have different conversation. Our conversation looks different. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We used to be talking about, you know what I'm saying, going to kick it with bitches and breezies. I did so good. Yeah. we used to be talking about kicking it with breezies. Now we talk about stocks. I mean, we talk about all kind of stuff, investing. We got a whole business we trying to, you know what I'm saying, run. So everything just look different for me. So I just always think it's weird that people think that question is weird. Like for me, you must have something going on in yourself that you aren't comfortable when stuff like that gets brought up. And that video that you know Adrian sent us on YouTube for that podcast, it just screamed that, because it's like these dudes was literally asking the question honestly, and the very first thing this Breezy said is, "Are you poor, bitch?" Damn, I
yeah, that's twice.
Sorry.
That's two.
What do you mean, am I poor? Like, what? That's not what I asked. I asked you a question, and you answer the question with a deflection. That you beating me. You trying to beat me down, asking me, am I poor?
Yeah,
you're not gonna get a good response from me after that, girl.
Yeah, and then people, when you hear stuff like that, folks automatically go to tangible shit
every time.
That's what I just said. That's what I was saying. Like, bro,
everybody goes to. Even, I mean, for women, I don't think women, you're not us. We're not the same. And that's the thing that gets like convoluted and gets fucked up. The stuff that attracts us
doesn't attract you.
Is not, you know what I'm saying? It's not the same as what attracts
Facts.
you.
Yeah, you still may be attracted to me because of those things, but that's on your list of priorities for how you judge. They're different from ours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
like you got your own, my own money, my own heart. All right, man.
Low on my priority
list.
Yeah,
that's like way down here. I don't care about that, bro. You got your all right. Who's on that song? What's that girl name? I got my own money, own car, own house. I can cook a meal and turn a nigga out.
Trina.
Yeah, Trina.
Oh, no, that was
Trina.
Trina and Webby.
Yeah. Oh,
I need a bad chick.
Yeah. Man, fuck all that, bro.
Man, look, this is how I always looked at it, man. Tangible things get you to the point. Intangible things keep you at the point, fam.
Yeah.
That's how I always looked at it.
Say that again?
Tangible things get you to the point. Uh-huh. The intangible things keep you. Like,
that's
think
loud.
about it. I'm attracted to, let's be real, like we men, like what we attracted to. She fine. That's what's gonna get us there. Mm-hmm. Like, we ain't approaching you unless we like what we see. That's off rip. After that, all right, what kind of am I annoyed by this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Is she good around, my people? How she treat everybody? Then you start getting into that. The intangible things is how she react to certain situations, in life.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the intangible, and that's what'll keep a nigga engaged. Like, oh man, look, when I was struggling with a situation or when I was stressed, like, what did she do for me? That's what's gonna keep a nigga, like, because there are women who, he better figure it out on his own.
That's what I'm saying.
Whoa, why would you do that,
man? And that's the thing. People, like, I don't know. I mean, some women do, but that nurturing nature is so damn powerful, bro. Because you can bring. Women have the power to bring a lot out of a man. The right woman for the right dude can bring a lot out of that dude. Yeah. Like Hill Harper, bro, was on a show. He was on a show. I forgot the name of the show, but they were heckling, about women taking care of a dude or whatever. They were heckling about it. So he was explaining this story or whatever. He was saying that there was this guy that graduated with a law degree. He met a woman, She was a partner. She was a lawyer as well. She was working hard. She was getting to the point of being a partner at a law firm or whatever, doing her thing, and she was the breadwinner for the majority of the relationship, for like 10 years of the relationship. And in 2008, at the beginning, she was a breadwinner at the beginning of the relationship, and in 2008, she became the first lady. So he talking about Obama, bro. Like Obama was broke at first, you know what I'm saying, and like his wife was she was getting that bread at first, and look what that landed him in the fucking White House, bro.
That's why now, we just not asking the right fucking questions, man.
Potential does play a part in that, but and I know women. That's what women gonna say. Oh well, she saw he had potential. Okay. Well, what does potential look like for you may not be the same as what Michelle Obama was looking at when she saw potential. Potential don't look the same for everybody.
Man, we don't.
Steve's potential ain't the same as mine. We have two different mindsets. We have two different types of careers. All three of us do. But that doesn't limit the potential of what we're trying to reach.
Man, bump all that, because we talk about potential. We talk about potential now because he was the president. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to say, oh, well, he had potential.
Oh, my nigga Obama wrote a book, paid off his loans. That ain't potential. I don't know what it is.
But what I'm saying is we talk about it. I hear you, but what my point was, we talk about it after the fact, right? We see the after. We didn't see the ins and outs of what him and Michelle were going through inside of their own home, right? Yeah. We just, that's why I said we don't ask the right questions. Most of the successful married people, and I say successful married people meaning success within their marriage regardless of whatever is going on, but successful people within their marriage always talk about stuff that I would have never guessed. We got a couple who is Taylor's, like he's her mentor or whatever. He makes so much money. This dude a millionaire just based off of his light company. He owns like light fixtures. They replace light fixtures and do all that other stuff. Millionaire doing the thing. But when we sit down and talk to them, his wife always speaks about, like, yeah, I know you see where we are now, and I know you see this, but it was a point where he made us go broke. Like, we had no money, and now we're on this side. So I get I hear the potential, but like potential, like you said though, Tony, looks different for every single body.
Absolutely.
And you could get a bunch of stuff out of a man who you don't think even has that potential if you first love that man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could come home from work from being tired as shit. You could just rub my back and kiss me on my neck or something like that. And I'm like, oop, we need some more money. I'm about to go make it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that never even was a thing. And so we always look at we live in this microwave society. We always look at the finished product, but man, the journey is everything. Is what it all is, because the finished product is it means nothing. Yeah, it means nothing. Yeah.
No, it means something, but the journey means a lot more. I would say that.
So I mean, you got to look. Okay, so what if Obama never made it to president? But just hear me out. What if he never made it to president? Okay, so what? This nigga was still senator, right?
Yeah, he was doing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like he failed. He just wasn't president. Like, you got to think, like,
he graduated Harvard Law.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, and even if it ain't, Obama graduating Harvard Law, even if it's, your dude or your girl, reaching for the stars and landing on the moon, nigga, the moon is still pretty fucking far. Like, let's give some congrats to that. Mm-hmm. Let's be proud of our partners and our spouses and do what's right. Like,
you got it.
What you bring to the table, yeah, nigga, that's what I brought to the table. The willingness to try to do some shit and reach and try to get it done.
Yeah, I mean, well, hustle. Like, yeah. That spirit is another thing that a lot of people don't have. The hustler spirit. That would be something that I would like to hear as well if I was interviewing an employee. Can you go get it? And not even like for women, like not even like go get it, like go get money, but can you like like hustle to make sure that this part of the relationship needs to work? Can you hustle on this side and match my hustle to make sure that we are a cohesive unit?
Yeah.
You know, are you lazy? Are you gonna sit back and just be stagnant when it comes to the trying times?
When it comes time to fix issues in relationships,
right? That's when you gotta hustle, bro. Like I'm trying to stray away from the whole monetary thing, because money. All right, it's a part of every relationship. Because I mean, even with us, we go out, we go drink, we're spending money. You know what I'm saying? Like we get out there, we go get fucked up, drinks. You know what I'm saying? But just to stray away from that, it's so much more that's involved with creating these bonds and these relationships that people I don't think really recognize. Which is why, like I said before, I think that question is really hard for folks to answer, because they don't know they've never been in a successful relationship, so they don't even know the things about themselves that contribute to a successful relationship, since they've never been in one. You know what I'm saying? So now you stumped when a nigga asks you that question, because you don't even know. And now, but you're gonna flip it to make it seem like it's being disrespectful or rude, because you have no clue.
Yeah, just a question out of curiosity.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hear women asking men that question often. What do you bring to the table? Is it really happening now to where men are truly asking women, what do you bring to the table? Because I'm married, so I don't know.
Man, listen,
I haven't heard any one of my partners truly asking, a woman, but what you bring to the table? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not out there. I'm not in the day, but the thing about it, the topic comes up routinely.
Yeah, it does.
I'm a fly on the wall when I'm at work. I'm a fly on the wall, and I see a lot of Tinder dates. I see a lot of first dates. Just outside of that, I see a lot of hookups and hollers go on in front of me. I literally have never heard any male ask a female, "What do you bring to the table?" I have heard males say, "Oh, so what is it you do for a living? Oh, so what is it this? Or what do you do? Oh, so do you know how to cook? Oh, okay, that's what's up." Blah, blah, blah. I've heard, nigga, finesse the situation. Most niggas that I know that you gotta finesse the situation.
Absolutely.
And flat out saying, when I have no relationship with you and we have no history with each other, flat out saying, "What do you bring to the table?" is weird as fuck as a man. As a woman, it's almost, because like you said, we always think monetarily. So as a woman, it's more acceptable for a woman to say, "What do you bring to the table?" You know what I'm saying? Because we as men, we like, okay, this my job, nigga. Let me step up. Yeah. What you mean when I bring to the table? Yeah. CEO, bitch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Got it together. What's up? Flex. Yeah. So it's just natural for us to be okay with saying those types of things. But I ain't never heard dope.
The only reason why I asked that is because I know times are like definitely
change. Like dating is different now.
Times are changing, and women are in these boss positions. You ask what you bring to the? I am the table, nigga. Whoa, baby. Just because you got the table don't mean that what you putting on it is good.
I was like, can we talk about that tablecloth that got holes in it?
Like, nigga, you could be a 4x4 motherfucking meat table from fucking Walmart, nigga. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am the table. You got that shit that fold down?
They said you a pop up or you standing?
Or you stand? You know what I'm saying? Do I have to assemble you, or do I can just fold your ass out? Shut your ass up with that bullshit, bro.
I mean, y'all know I say this all the time, man. We dealing in a different dynamic of age of women.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like our whole society, we're just guinea pigs right now for how love should be, because everything is changing around us so vastly, like as far as the dating aspect. So that's the only reason why I asked that. Man. But at the end of the day, bro, we ain't really asking women what they bring to the table like that. Oh. We probably gonna figure that out through conversation.
Yeah, and that's that. But
we ain't asking that.
But don't get offended
when a nigga asks
if a nigga asks you that.
Right.
Because a nigga will not get offended if you ask him that. And
So-
that's it for me.
An emotional nigga will.
Yeah, well, he not a dude.
and an emotional man, well, what you mean? What? See, y'all, brother, relax. She just want to know what you providing to her, dog.
Yeah.
Like that. That's a natural. See, here
Boom.
we go
Boom.
with the natural male and female dynamic.
Yes.
A female
Yes.
wants to feel protected, and that's monetarily. That's security wise. Like a female just wants to be protected. You can't be mad at that if she making sure that you're secure. What? How you gonna protect her?
Yeah.
That's it.
Man, my spidey senses is going crazy right now. Hey, because this dog, man, this is so crazy that I lost my track of thought at exactly what I was gonna say, man. God damn.
You got to slow down, dog.
Man,
you got to slow down.
I was just sitting there listening to that shit, and then I had my point, and then I just lost it.
Lost
quick,
that,
man.
homie.
God damn.
You want to drink some water, bro? You know what I'm saying? You might
Nah,
get that
I'm
shit
good,
back.
a little refresh. Damn.
I brought that water for myself, though. I just gave it to my boy Ray, though, bro. 'Cause
He be all right.
I'm a real
He be
dude.
You got a cup. It's
Yeah.
sweating. You
It
good. You hydrated.
I do got water. I do have water in it. Water with liquor.
Yeah, I was just, you got an ice king.
Tony D.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I'll wait till
No,
leave
no,
the
no,
people.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, that's exactly what I was gonna say because we dealing with. You said we're dealing with the new age women. You have always said that we dealing with this new age woman where women want to be more independent, and it's always put that we feel as men that that's a negative thing. But I don't think that as men we feel like it's a negative thing. Look, we are okay with you and what you do, what you make, what you bring to the table. We are even okay if your table looks better than ours. Most of the time, niggas are okay. What we are not okay with is that natural biology that we have as men and women. We not okay with you flexing it on us. That's not your job.
Man, fuck your table. You ain't got no, like, bro. Just what you bringing? It's a table already here.
Right.
What you bringing to that? I don't care about
You
your
gonna bring a
table.
better table? Okay, what's this doing for the relationship?
Yeah.
Don't bring a better table because mine is a little cricky. Come sit at mine because that's how it's biologically supposed to be. Sit at mine and let's work on mine.
You know what? I'm gonna take it a step further. It's not just come sit at mine. It's you not finna come over here and just try to boss hog shit and be like, nah, we gonna use my table. No. If we're gonna be together, we're going to get a better table together. It's not for you to, like you say, it's not for you to flex on me. Like I got a bigger and better table. You defeating the purpose of you being what you say you are. You defeating the purpose by trying to stunt on a nigga that like you. What's the purpose? Now you bossed up cat lady.
Shut the fuck up, dog.
Nah, man, y'all see it. Now you bossed up cat lady because you can't.
We gotta make a shirt with that. Bossed up cat lady.
I'm sorry if I put it like that.
I did.